spent 4 weeks in Oaxaca, Mexico in a community health study abroad program. The program itself is 6 credits for 4 weeks, and 3 of the credits is for Spanish class, and the other 3 credits are for an international service learning component. For the international service learning component, each of us had community placements. Some of us worked in rural clinics, others of us worked with the elderly or in a school with children who are hearing impaired. We were also able to take a medical Spanish class where we learned a lot of relevant vocabulary and terms. We were able to practice our Spanish a lot. One of the added benefits of the program was that it was total immersion. So from the start of the program to the end of the program, our Spanish had improved dramatically. Another component of our program included a medical anthropology class taught by our professor who came with us from Rutgers. And we learned a lot about how healthcare is practiced in Mexico. We learned a lot about alternative forms of healing, how to become a more culturally competent healthcare provider, and just studying how medicine is practiced. The state of Oaxaca is very diverse geographically, ethnically, and socioeconomically. Being able to see those drastic changes as we went from our upper middle class homestay families to our clinic community placements was very eye-opening, seeing how people are just barely able to get basic health care, vaccines, and then being able to provide those vaccines was also a very touching experience. Being able to have hands-on experience working in clinics was great. I got to have a lot more patient interactions than I did shadowing here in the United States. I was able to even give patients vaccines, which was a bit scary but also a lot of fun. Even though the program itself was very structured, we did have a lot of flexibility in terms of getting to travel and experience all the different parts of Oaxaca. One of the best parts of the trip was going ziplining, which was really exhilarating. Another weekend, we also went to La Vida Nueva, which is a women's weaving cooperative in Teotitlan del Valle. It was really interesting to see how these women make these wool rugs from scratch. They literally buy the wool from the market and they comb it and then spin it and then dye it and weave it. It was really interesting. I was even spinning wool at one point, which is harder than I thought it'd be. I really liked this program because it was community health oriented, and as a pre-med student, worrying about credits transferring or being able to get practical experience out of a study abroad was one thing I was worried about. For students who are pre-med or pre-health, this program is great because it gave me a lot of hands-on experience, gave me an understanding of how healthcare works in other countries. Living in a foreign country, being on our own, speaking in Spanish, that feeling of independence was really empowering and also one of the best experiences I've had so far.